What's up, good people? What's up? It's your boy, Vegeta Sama. And it's been a long time. I thought I'd drop a video yesterday, but unfortunately, life happens. It is what it is. Welcome to the halftime with Vegeta Sama. And today we'll be covering a lot of topics. But before we get into that, my good people, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's go!
No way.
Welcome back, like I said, people, to the halftime show with your boy Vegeta Sama. And first on the agenda for today's stream, guys, you saw it. I know you did. You're on the Twitter streets just like me. Varane is going. The ghost, the wraith, the phantom. He's out of here. Yeah, guys, Varane officially released a video on Twitter yesterday. Just a few quotes from that video yesterday from the fans to us, Varane says, from himself to the fans. Varane says yesterday, to guys, to you guys, supporters of Manchester United, it's been an amazing few years to play for this special club and wearing that shirt. You have to play for Man United to understand what it represents. For my kids, it's home here. It's going to be a special place for me for life. I'll see you all at Old Trafford to say goodbye for the last game at home this season. And I know that he mentioned that it's going to be an emotional one as he signed out in his video. And Varane has had his fair share of issues at United, but you can't deny the man's quality. It was such a privilege to have a player of his caliber to come and play for us, especially during this torrent time that we've been having. Like I said, he's had a lot of injuries during his time at United. At this stage, who hasn't? But he's produced a lot of quality. Unfortunately, I think the only thing he's walking away with is the Carabao. I stand to be corrected. He speaks about that actually in his video to the fans on Twitter. And I can't lie, man. I can't help but feel like emotional because Varane isn't a player that I hated watching playing at United. Like I said, he oozed of quality and class. I think it was more so the injuries that was frustrating with him because we knew that the quality was there. And I think it was, I guess, a relief when he sort of retired. I mean, you don't want to see a player retire from anything, but when he retired from international football, I think it was a little bit of a relief for United fans because it almost seemed as if that some of our injury-prone players, whenever they go on international duty, like a Varane or at that time Pogba, they would come back with an injury. So it felt like a step in the right direction for Varane to kind of hang his boots there and just focus on his club career. Um, I think even with Ten Hag coming into the club, he tried to the best of his abilities to mitigate or to manage uh, Varane's injuries, but unfortunately, he's been plagued, just like I said with every other United fan. And if you watched my first video, I was pretty upset with the medical department at United because it just seems, especially with players as fragile as Varane, there doesn't seem to be that extra care that's taken to kind of help these guys avoid these niggling injuries, or some of them it's even like new injuries that pop up that have, I guess, to a degree, denied us the opportunity to see these players play for us more often. But yeah, Varane is leaving Manchester United at the end of the season. That's confirmed now. Um, and I guess my question to you guys, as United fans, how do you feel about his time at Manchester United? Do you feel like it was worth bringing him here from Madrid? Did you feel like it was a waste of money because we didn't see him enough on the pitch? I mean, I even think back to when we first announced Varane. It was such a dope thing that they did, because usually we have these elaborate um, highly edited announcement videos on social media. But with Varane, it was just like, okay, home game, get the player on the pitch with his shirt. And there was just something special about that, just seeing the player pop up. You could hear the crowd roaring at Old Trafford. And I think we were all very excited. I think we were all excited at what we might be getting in Varane. And we did. Outside of the injuries, we did get a very good player, in my opinion. We got Champions League Varane. And yeah, I think he's right. I think it's going to be an emotional, well, at least for me anyway. I can't speak for the whole fan base, but it's going to be an emotional farewell with him at Old Trafford. And I think it then breeds the question: what next for United centre back partnership? Because his partnership with Martinez, I think it filled us with a level of comfort. Especially I think at the time Maguire was captain, he wasn't doing too well. So when Ten Hag um, came to the club and actually brought Martinez with him to the club, and we saw those guys play together for I think a pretty big amount of time. I mean, the back four just seemed so settled, man. You had the warrior in Licha who was just galvanizing everybody and just cutting everyone down, not giving anybody a chance. And then you had the cool, calm, and possessed, classy centre back, if you want to, in Varane, and they just, I guess, I don't know if it's me or if every United fan feels the same way, but it almost reminded me of the centre back pairing of Rio and Vidic to a degree. You had the hot headed butcher in Licha, and then you had the guy who's calm on the ball, who's clean with it in Varane. Um, so yeah, man. I guess I'm gonna miss the guy. Um, I wish he had come to United at a period where we were a little bit more successful, but it is what it is. There's, as they say, there's no point crying over spilled milk. I just hope that his last game at Old Trafford doesn't end horribly. I mean, you saw the scenes when we played Arsenal. That would have been a very terrible way if that was his last game if he played for us, with the roof leaking, and us losing to Arsenal as well. I'm not sure if Brighton is away. I know that we're playing Newcastle at home, if I'm not mistaken. And if that's the last game of the season, look, even if we've got nothing to play for, I at least hope that it will be a good send off, you know, for Varane, the Ghost, the Wraith, the Phantom. Oh man, will we ever see players of his quality back at United? I guess that's the other question we need to be asking ourselves, because it just looks like a disaster right now at Manchester United. Um, and like I said, the question I posed to you guys is, what's next for that partnership? Who are we going to pair Martinez with? Are we going to see new centre backs being brought in to pair with Martinez? Do we do we pair him with Kwambala? I mean, I know some people will say he's not ready. Personally, people, I'm gonna, just as a disclaimer, I don't watch every league under the sun. I'm never gonna pretend to say that I do. So when I come with these questions, that doesn't mean that I have some of the answers. I haven't even looked at some of the transfer rumors as yet, because I just want to get to the end of this damn season. I know that we're being linked to a few people in the back line, not just in centre back. Um, and I wonder, is it gonna be is it over for Varane completely? Is he gonna pull a Hazard and just early retirement? Do you see him going to like America, or is he gonna go down to the Saudi league? Again, I haven't had a chance. I think I was still just taking in the video that he posted online just to say goodbye to the fans. But if any of you guys have seen anything hinting towards his future, please just drop that in the comments or in the live comments of this video. That would be interesting to see where to for his career. But no, thank you, Varane, and adieu. I think that's how you say it, right? Adieu. Farewell, Fred. And yeah, thank you for, I guess, the little moments we did have with you, buddy. And then moving on to another topic, another game was played last night. If you're not aware, Manchester City, sorry, United on my mind, right? Manchester City 2, the Tottenham Hotspurs nil. Now, usually people, when Spurs lose, right? When Spurs lose, we usually say, is the history of the Tottenham Hotspurs. But one might be tempted to ask, did they do this on purpose? I mean, did you see Son on and then he misses? Or rather, he doesn't score. And you'd expect a player of his caliber to put that back in the net. But no, he doesn't score. And you wonder, do these players have the same affinity to the club that the fans do? Did they throw it on purpose, guys? Let's talk about that for a second. Because if Spurs draw or win yesterday, it's advantage Arsenal, right? Does it give the league to Arsenal? I have to double check the table, but it's advantage Arsenal. I saw some Arsenal fans were praying. Arsenal fans doing stream alongs. I believe I saw a pray along on YouTube, and I'm sure Spurs fans looked at that and said, "Do we win and go into Europe, but hand the title to Arsenal, or do we lose, fall out of not out of Europe, but like out of the Champions League, but we stop Arsenal winning the title?" Now, I don't know if you how often you visit these, content creator streets, but if you come onto any platform at any time, from my experience, and you say, I wish United would lose because da 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 da, or I want my team to lose because of XYZ, most people would label you a fake fan because it's like, under what circumstances do you wish for your team to lose? Well, it seems like yesterday those circumstances were fulfilled for Spurs when they realized, for the greater good of their fan base and probably the world, some people would say, we need to lose. Winning does not make sense. Okay? Winning means our rivals in the same city across the pond take the title. Yes, we get into Champions League, but I mean, is the Tottenham Hotspurs. What does that mean to be in the Champions League besides the money? The only person who wanted Spurs to win yesterday was Daniel Levy and Ange Postecoglou. Daniel Levy would have wanted to win because he wants the money, bro. That's the only thing he cares about. Ange Postecoglou, Mr. Down Under, Mr. Haaland forever, he would have wanted to win just because he's a manager. He can't come to work and not want to be successful. It's craziness. But on the other hand, did the players know that in winning, they would have brought upon themselves the fury of the fan base? Because I saw some popular Spurs content creators celebrating yesterday, smiles on their faces as they broke down their team's performance. Heck, I saw some Chelsea fans jubilant at the fact that uh, it's advantage City. Hold that, Arsenal. That's what I was hearing. And as a United fan, you'd think that I would also be just as happy. But like, I stand by what I said. I don't. I'm not interested in who wins and who doesn't because I don't have a say in it. It would be one thing if United were a part of this title race, then I'd maybe also celebrate. But it's like I don't even have a stake in this thing at all. I'm just I'm a commentator. I'm a spectator. If anything, I'm swimming for my life. Pardon the pond. I mean, you saw what happened at Old Trafford. We're like literally just fighting just for some sort of success, some sort of stability. So how can I be in this dire situation and try to mind other people's business? That's just me personally. I know other United fans are looking at it and like they don't want Arsenal to win because they grew up in the Wenger Fergie era. and that's the rivalry that they feel more so than maybe the Liverpool and United or the United and City rivalry. And they know a lot more Arsenal fans. That's the other one I've heard. And for a while, I think I bought into that whole Arsenal thing because I do know Arsenal fans, and I know that Arsenal fans can be just as loud as United fans. But then I realized it's just, I guess some people are more shameful than I am. Like your own home is on fire, but you're going to you want to you're kind of looking at your neighbor and you're hoping that the car breaks down. It's like, dude, like your house is on fire. How about you put out the fire in your own house before you're looking at your neighbor? Type of a situation. That's just me. I can't bring myself to care about who wins and who doesn't. Yes, I know on the one hand, City winning yesterday's game brings them closer to like basically overcoming our history by doing four back-to-back titles, which they would be the first club to do that in the Premier League. Or if they had lost, it means that one of my biggest rivals in Arsenal wins their first title in 20 years. And we have to live with them being loud. Yeah, it is what it is. That's life. You know what they say, you have to be in it to win it. So me personally, I don't know what your thoughts are, people. Just drop your comments down in the comment section, or if you're joining us live, just drop your your your, your comments in the live section. Does it matter to you that City won yesterday? Does it matter to you that it's advantage City? Or are you just of the opinion like me that I'm not in this race, so not my problem? I mean, it was our problem when Arsenal played us and we had the opportunity to stop them, but we didn't. We lost. But now it's out of our hands. So that's where I stand with that, people. City won, City doing what City does. And to be perfectly honest, I don't see City not winning the league, barring some sort of footballing, almost Aguero esque moment, funny enough, happening on their last game and they drop points and Arsenal win their game. If that doesn't happen, then it's going to be City winning another title. And it begs to, the question should be asked with City's dominance in this league. We always look around, we look at other people, and we say the other leagues are farms leagues because there's only truly one team that wins it every year. Is the Premier League becoming a farmers league in and of themselves? What do you guys think? I don't know. Some people say best league in the world, but can it be the best league and the farmers league at the same time? I don't know. But anyway, people, I'm just gonna do like a short preview for tonight's game. Like I said, I could not care less, and the only thing I really care about at this stage in time is the only other tournament that we're competing for anything in, and that's the FA Cup because that's a trophy at the end of the day. I know it brings European football as well, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm more interested in the trophy itself. In the Premier League, we're not getting relegated, and as it stands, the most likely thing to happen if we do win is what Conference League. And I know that brings its own sum of money that we might need for transfers. But to be honest, nah. Not the Conference League. Not for me. I just feel like the Conference League is like some of these holidays. They're just invented to take money out of our pockets, to be honest. And to be honest, I think UEFA would not mind having a team like United in the Europa because it brings viewership. And that's what a tournament that's still new needs as viewers. It needs eyes. But as a United fan, nah, mm-mm, nope, nope. But with regards to tonight's game, does it matter? Short answer for me is no. I guess it matters for Newcastle because they're probably still trying to get into Europa League. Let's see, what does the table say? EPL. Whoa, what am I googling? EPL table. Let's see. Yeah, so Newcastle are currently sixth. They're probably going to get European football themselves. Da, 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 da. Unless Spurs loses their next game, how many games does? Yeah, unless they lose the last game of the season and Newcastle beat us tonight and win the next game, because I think goal difference. Yeah, Newcastle's got a better goal difference. Otherwise, the table should more or less still be the same by the end of the season. So again, it's a nothing game, people. So there's no even point going into it. I believe some players are coming back from injury. That's great, I guess, for the flipping FA Cup. Dope, I guess. But for tonight's game, nah. I mean, I'll probably watch it because I'm a United fan. But other than that, whatever. Score prediction: with the way we've been going, can't score any goals. We played really well against Arsenal. To be fair, do we line up the same way tonight? Who knows? But if I had to predict a score line for today, I'd probably say Liv- hmm, we've been embarrassed a lot this season. So I'll probably just go probably yo. Am I becoming a Spurs fan here? Realistically, 3-1 Newcastle, but with my heart, I'm hoping for a 1-0 United. Fingers crossed. Not that it matters, but I still want my team to win. Um, being a United fan is so tough, guys. I feel like now when I come to do a live, it's more therapy than anything else. It's just like help me. The Ops are winning trophies. We're struggling. Old Trafford is collapsing. I mean, that's another thing we need to talk about, guys. Like that whole renovate Old Trafford thing. I think that window has long since passed us. I think we need a new stadium. Whether it's tearing down that same stadium that we're at right now or moving to another place, we need a new stadium. But with that being said, good people, short stream today. I would have liked to have had a live call-in show, but I see that not a lot of people have joined, if at all. So we'll leave that for another stream. Just make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Share the video out to the people. Share your own thoughts. Did Spurs throw the game yesterday? Hmm. Does today's game against Newcastle with United matter? Hmm. And how do you feel about Rafael Varane? Drop it all in the comment section, people. Otherwise, you know what? It's been the halftime. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers, guys.
No way.